I was recently approached to become involved with Carbon Managers, and I'd like to take this opportunity to thank you for supporting the tree planting programme here at Alladale Wilderness Lodge and Reserve through the purchase of this DVD. In this short DVD, I'd like to show you some of the good work Paul Lister and his team are doing up here in the Highlands of Scotland. Alladale Wilderness Lodge and Reserve is set in 23,000 acres of the Scottish Highlands, and it's just an hour by car north of Inverness Airport. Before we meet Paul Lister and one or two of his team, I would first like to take a moment to run through just a few of the benefits to us all that the trees will deliver. Most of us are now aware that planting trees is good news for the environment, but it can also be an effective way of providing a green endorsement for you and your company. One person causes about 10 tonnes of carbon dioxide to be emitted a year. One tree removes about a tonne of CO2 over its lifetime, which is enough gas to fill 230,000 2-litre bottles. By cooling the air and ground around them, the shade from trees helps cool the Earth's temperature. Trees renew our air supply by absorbing carbon dioxide and producing oxygen. And trees lower air temperature by evaporating water in their leaves. Trees improve water quality by slowing and filtering rainwater, as well as protecting watersheds. Over one given year, 1 hectare of mature woodland will absorb the carbon emissions of 100 average family cars. Your tree will be one of many thousands planted at Alladale as part of the rewilding programme, which is the brainchild of Paul Lister. Paul has been featured in several programmes made by the BBC, including the hugely popular Natural World, shown and then repeated on British television. So now let's take a moment to find out from Paul a little more about his vision and the plans for the tree planting in particular. So Paul, here we are in the lodge at Alladale. Tell us a little bit about the importance of re-establishing the Caledonian forests and specifically what you're doing here on your estate.
Derek, the opportunity for planting trees in Britain is just enormous. We've only got 1% left of our native old-growth forest remaining in Britain. And at Alladale, we have the opportunity of planting hundreds of thousands of trees of varying different species. The importance of doing this will add to the biodiversity of the whole area, from the insect life, through to the bird life, and through to the mammals. And also in the riparian zone, in the valley bottoms, with the rivers, especially we have the breeding grounds for the salmon here, and they will benefit so much by having a more healthy, improved biodiversity, sort of landscapes and so on. And this initiative is really important, and I'm very excited to be a part of it. And I think also our neighbours up here at Alladale will also be very interested in the future to planting a lot more trees in their ground, and we hopefully one day in years to come have the great wood of Caledon that we're now missing.
Hugh, tell us about some of the specific tree varieties that will be planted and why you believe this is a good project for Alladale.
The Caledonian pine is foremost on the list, followed by birch, beech, willow in the riparian zones. And it's so important to get the balance right between habitat restoration and bringing back lost species.
How many have been planted so far, and how many do you anticipate will be needed to fulfil the rewilding process up here at Alladale?
In the last 2 years we've planted over 120,000 trees of all species. Probably to fulfil the vision, there's 1.5 million trees to go in here over the next 10 years.
So tell me, Hugh, who actually plants the trees?
The trees are planted by both our reserve staff and also children who are here on the Challenger Trust World Challenge program. Challenger Trust is a really exciting program where we're targeting schools within a 25-mile radius of Alladale to come here and spend a minimum of 5 nights on the reserve in groups of 25.
I think it would be a good time now if we go and have a look at what a difference tree planting makes here at Alladale.
Well, this area here is about 70 acres and there's just over 80,000 trees planted in here, all indigenous to this area, all native species, birch, rowan, Cali pines, willow, alder, holly, some oak, aspen. So this is how it hopefully would have looked once upon a time. Yeah, this area here is just how it's most of the land out here would have looked. Just typical heather, grass, lacking in trees, and it's a good example to show people what can be achieved in 10 years with through tree planting. It's nice to see someone's showing an interest in the place, and fortunately for us, the previous owner started some of these smaller areas and we're just taking it the extra step. And it's really important that we keep developing this area, and the more trees the merrier, and get the vegetation sorted out, you know.
So there we have it. Thank you again for watching this short presentation, and we hope that it's explained just a little more about the programme and that you'll be able to spread the word to family and friends about the benefits of tree planting. Remember to register online to receive your certificate at the web address shown in just a moment. And if you'd like to do more, please join our Planters Club, where members are planting a tree each month.